Shalom. I pray that as you watch this provokes something in you and that the Spirit of God will cause this to resonate with somebody. I was just having a conversation with someone, and you know it's exhausting. Performing for love. You're giving, you're pleasing, you're shrinking yourself, you're walking on eggshells, trying to be easy to love, while the people you give the most to give you the least in return. You know, some of you have been in relationships, friendships, situationships that have drained you, not because you were weak, but because you believe that if you just tried harder, if you gave more, if you loved deeper, or you proved your worth a little bit more, they would finally choose you. And I had to tell this person, none of those things are going to make anybody love you. If somebody's going to love you, they are going to love you from the sincerity of their heart, because they see potential in you. They see something about you that causes them to love you. But hear me, real love doesn't make you perform. And that's the same thing I had to tell this person. Real love doesn't require audition, so to speak. Real love doesn't demand that you earn it. You deserve more than conditional affection. And I pray that this, by the Spirit of God, just really resonates with you, because somebody right now, because of trauma, because of past relationships, because of your loneliness, because of tired of being alone, you keep trying to perform. But why performing will never bring you love. Let's talk about the psychology of love, because this is a key word people relate to so deeply. See, you don't perform for love because you're needy. You perform because you've been trained to, because that's what you've been taught. Somewhere in your story, in your life, love became something you had to earn. You were paired when you were good. Well, you were praised, so to speak, when you were good, not when you were honest. You were valued when you were useful, not when you were hurting. You were accepted when you made yourself small for somebody else, not when you showed your real, true, authentic self. So your brain has learned, if I want to be loved, I have to prove that I'm worthy of love. But performing for love creates a cycle. You end up attracting people who want your efforts and not really your heart. People who take advantage of you, people who take your loyalty but don't offer you commitment or loyalty in return. People who enjoy what you give but never pour back into you. And you start feeling invisible, disposable, unseen. How many of you can relate to that right now? That you have given, but the person that you keep giving to isn't reciprocating the same thing. The reality is, if they loved you, you wouldn't have to work so hard. This is going to hurt, but it will truly set you free. Healthy love. Healthy love does not make you beg. Healthy love does not make you chase after it. Healthy love does not make you compete with their distractions. If someone only treats you right when you're giving, serving, rescuing them, or saving them, or giving, and giving, that's not love. That's emotional dependence. That's you being used. Because if they loved you only when you're convenient, that's not love. That's selfishness. If they want a benefit, not a bond, that's not love. That's using you. And you know this. You sense this, you feel it deep down inside, but you stay because a part of you still believes that it could happen. We have this hope in people that is never going to come to manifestation. Maybe if I show them how loyal I am, maybe if I love them enough and give them enough, they'll finally choose me. Maybe if I fix everything for them, they won't leave. But love built on fear isn't love. Love built on overgiving isn't love. Love built on performance is never love, and it's never going to work. Let's go deeper, because this pattern has a spiritual root. People who perform for love often grew up feeling unseen. They felt unwanted, feeling like a burden, so to speak, feeling responsible for everyone else's emotions and happiness, feeling like their needs didn't matter. So now, as an adult, you perform. You attract the very thing you fear. People who overlook you, people who take advantage of you, people who love the strong you, the giving you, the fix everything you, but not the vulnerable you, not the you that shows up every day that just wants to just be validated in the sense of, or appreciated more. So I don't want to say validated, because when we look for validation in other people, that requires us to perform, because in performing, they'll validate your worthiness. Your worthiness is because God created you worthy. See, you learn how to hide the parts of yourself that needed love the most. But hear me and hear me clearly. Any love that only wants the strong version of you is not love. Real love wants your heart, not your performance. I'm going to say that again. Real love wants your heart, not your performance. And this is why God has been disrupting certain connections in your life. Certain people couldn't stay. He's been dismantling the relationships you were overgiving. Giving too much of yourself, I would say, in every aspect of yourself, to the point of compromise. He's been exposing the places you feel unseen. He's been revealing the relationships that only survive off your exhaustion. Why? Because God refuses to let you shrink yourself to be loved. He refuses to let you keep performing. And this is where everything shifts. Because what God says about your worth, people will never say. The world may have made you earn love, but God never does. Isaiah 43:4 says, "You are precious in my sight, and I love you." Not because you perform for God, not because you pleased him, because we mess up every day, all day pretty much. Not because you were perfect, because there is no perfect man but Jesus Christ, but simply because he loves you and you are loved. And you deserve relationships that reflect that same truth, my sister and brother. So stop performing. If someone can't love you without conditions, restrictions, performance, and emotional gymnastics, then they're not aligned with your calling or your purpose. God will never send someone in your life who makes you question your worth. God will never send someone who drains you. God will never send someone who loves the idea of you, but not the reality of you. You deserve peace, not pressure. Here's how to break the cycle of performing for love. You don't break the cycle by loving harder. You break it by loving smarter. You stop performing, you stop chasing, you stop proving, you stop shrinking yourself. You stop sacrificing your mental peace to keep someone emotionally comfortable. You stop apologizing over and over again for wanting to be loved correctly. And you finally say to yourself, if I have to perform for this, I don't want it. I don't want it. Because real love will meet you right where you are. Real love will match your effort. Real love will show up without being begged. Real love will love you even on the days you don't feel strong. And when you stop performing, you make room for the kind of love God intended for you to have. So you deserve a love that doesn't ask you to shrink. You deserve a love that doesn't demand a performance. You deserve a love that sees you, the real you, and chooses you without hesitation. So if this resonates with you and you know you've been performing to have someone's love, speak this over yourself today. I deserve real love, and I will no longer perform for it. Your healing begins with truth, and the truth is this: you are worthy of not performing. You are worthy without performing. You are worthy because God made you worthy. I pray that this has blessed you. And I want you to drop down in the comments, I am worthy. You all be blessed, my sister and brother. Shalom.